So let's go up the Allegheny River to the town of Tarentum. Right on First Avenue, across from a ball field, you will find Joe Clark's Chocolates, or Joe Clark Candies, which they now like to call just Clark Candies. Brett Ludy runs the place now.
We've been operating out of this facility since 1937 here in Tarentum, and my wife and I are the third generation owners. My wife's grandfather, his name was Marlon Clark, everybody knew him as Bunny, and he worked in the melt shop here at the Brackenridge Steelworks that's about a half mile down the road. And that's actually a picture of him standing there with the open arc furnace and watching a ladle full of molten steel get poured. That area of the steel mill is called the melt shop, and that's why we call our candy production facility the melt shop.
Brett said he'd give us a tour of the melt shop upstairs.
This is where the magic happens. Let's go. So right now we're walking into the original building from 1937. Actually, the entryway was upstairs and right through where that window is.
Now, on an ordinary day, there's all sorts of chocolate making going on in here. Margie Nasser has to stir this molten chocolate till it gets to the right temperature.
It does smell delicious, nice and creamy.
When it's at 83 degrees, she adds walnuts, or whatever kind of nuts, and then heads for the production line where she hand dips the nut clusters.
It's easy, but you have to have the knack for doing it.
We've got a lot of amazing old equipment here. This is an example. This is a caramel cutter.
Oh, it's cool to see the caramel cutter in action, too.
All right.
Brett knows how to line up the slabs of caramel, and they come out as perfect little cubes.
There we go.
This here, we gotta adjust this.
But his father-in-law, Bob Clark, who ran this place for 20-some years, can also be a help.
You know, he likes coming around and knowing that he's not the one that has to give the orders anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
And he generally follows instructions. It's amazing.
Bob knows a lot about the history of this business with his Clark family since 1937.
Brothers owned it, my dad and uncle, and then they were doing it. My Aunt Lois got involved with it and did a lot. Then it grew to where it was my cousins and I, and then now I'm passing it on to Brett.
We have our kitchen back here, and in here we still use a lot of the original copper kettles. When we're making caramel, we have our tables where we pour out material and cut it and get it ready to go. And then the chocolate making process begins here. Again, lots of cool old equipment. We put product on the beginning of the line here, and it puts the bottoms on the chocolate. Then it cruises down this belt, which is nice and cold on the bottom, and it goes into the chocolate. We come out of the chocolate and we go right into the cooling tunnel. Really important phase.
Actually, they have two cooling tunnels here, and Lacey Bargerstock often uses the other one to cool the chocolates that she creates using plastic molds.
Everything's handmade here, done with lots of love.
These ones make 2-ounce chocolate lips.
It's a workout. You don't need to go to the gym working here. Everything's handmade.
They get shaken to remove air bubbles.
I bang it a couple times so it's all level.
Then sent slowly through the second cooling tunnel.
And you go to the next one.
And then we follow the cooling tunnel, which is just on the other side here. We follow the cooling tunnel down here. Here's where product comes out. We call this the I Love Lucy end of the production line. Then we come over to our picking line. So we've got all the different flavors mapped out.
That's where you might find Janie Bainig hard at work.
I am packing Himalayan sea salt caramels. What a mouthful, huh? It is caramel with Himalayan pink salt on it. And oh, it is so good.
After our boxes are all put together, they come down, they go through a final weight, and then we come over to our shrink wrapping and shipping area.
We always buy candy from here, ever since I've been a little girl.
We love to get chocolate-covered rabbits in our Easter baskets.
I like to what about caramel? Sea salt caramel are my favorites.
It's the best chocolate.
It's good. It's good.
We're in the happiness business. You know, if you're having a little bit less than perfect day, a little bit of chocolate, just that bite just sweetens it up a bit. You know, if you're having a great day, people want to share the love and the happiness. But, you know, chocolate, it's healthy, it's natural, and people just love that little bit of sweetness in their day.